Hello, welcome to Why Are You Eating? This is module 2 and it's called Mentally Sampling Your Food. And it's going to talk about intuitive eating. Now, last time that we were together, we looked at physical hunger and only eating when you were physically hungry. Now, how did you get on? Good, I hope. Good that it's a building block and it's helped you to become aware of all the other reasons why that you eat. Now, that looked at why you were eating and physical hunger. This week we're going to look at what you are eating, because that's really important too, isn't it? Because hopefully we're going to be losing the weight by looking at why you're eating and also what you are eating. So this week we're really going to look at tuning into what our body tells us it wants to eat. So how do we know what our body wants to eat? How do we know what to eat on a day-to-day basis? Now, quite often it's from different sort of news that we get from the media, from our family, from our friends, from recipes, from long established beliefs and values of what you should be eating and what you shouldn't be eating. Quite often when you're on a diet, it will tell you, you need to eat this at this time and this is how much that you need to eat. How often have you got a diet sheet and thought, I really don't like that, and that says it's got to eat it, and then you sit there eating it and really not enjoying it? No longer are we going to do that. No, we are actually going to intuitively listen to what our body tells us it wants to eat, because you will be amazed that your body knows. It doesn't have to have a diet sheet. Your body will tell you what it wants to eat. Okay, now when I say this to most people, they go, no, my body, if I let it tell me, it will want to eat chocolate and crisps and biscuits and pizza and chips and fizzy pop and all the things that I know that I shouldn't be eating. Now will it really say that? Remember back to when we were talking about your body being a bit like a car and putting fuel into it. Now still think of yourself as that sleek Rolls-Royce, that Jaguar, that top performance car, because what we're going to do is think about, would a top performance car, just like your top performance body, want to eat a load of junk food? No. When we really start to listen to our bodies rather than our minds, it will actually give you a balanced nutritional meal. In the 1930s, the granddaughters of Sigmund Freud actually did an experiment. She took a number of children and she put them in the classroom situation for 3 days. She put out a whole array of food and said to these young children, you can eat whatever you want, whenever you want. Now they initially thought that the children would go for high sugar, high fat, the really appealing things for young children. They wrote down everything they ate and they were amazed that over the 3 days, yes, initially the children did go for that, but then they had a balanced nutritional meal over the 3 days. So it had all the things that your body actually needs. The carbohydrates, the proteins, the fruits, the vegetables, the water, the vitamins and the minerals. And that's what your body will do. When you stop listening to what your mind thinks you want to eat and start listening to what your body what tells you it wants to eat, then things will start to even out and you'll be able to eat a balanced meal. So what we're also going to look at is taking the power away from food. Because quite often we're told these things are good foods and these things are bad foods. So when we're on the diet, we go for what we think is all the good foods, so the salads and the vegetables and the whole grains. And when we're off the diet, that's it. We then go binging, don't we, on the crisps and the chocolates and the various different things. If we take those labels away, there's nothing to rebel against. So think about when you come in and you've had a really hard day at work, you're really stressed out, and you're fed up and you go, right, that's it, I'm going to hit the biscuits in. You take the lid off and you start munching through. I'll show them, that'll make me feel better. We never come in and think, right, I'm going to hit the salad tray, am I? And I'm going to get that lettuce and I'm going to get that carrot, that'll show us. Why is that? Why is that we don't crave that? Quite often it's because we see this as good food and that as bad food. And when I'm feeling fed up and when I'm feeling angry or when I'm feeling down, I'm going to comfort myself with this food. Take those labels away and there's nothing to rebel against. So I'm going to say to you, you can eat now whatever you like. or whatever. This is the difference though. Your body is telling you that it needs, so not your mind. Another trick as well is quite often we actually want what we see, and our mind says, I want to eat that. Whereas if you listen to your body, quite often it doesn't. Case in point, you're at work or you're out and somebody brings in a big plate of chocolate biscuits. And your mind's like, oh, chocolate biscuit, chocolate biscuit, chocolate biscuit. Oh, I really want one of those chocolate biscuits. Oh, they look nice. Yum, 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 yum. Quick, get one fast before they're all gone. Yeah, and your mind's gone to chocolate biscuits. If you stop and you ask your body and say, right, body, do I want a chocolate biscuit? Quite often or not, the answer will be, no. On the hunger scale, I'm about a 7. I've just had my breakfast, so I'm not hungry. So no, I don't want a chocolate biscuit. No. Okay, so you've listened to it. Now sometimes people will say, well, I feel deprived. Here's a trick for you. Go over to the plate, pick the best chocolate biscuit, the one that you would normally pick. Yeah? Take that chocolate biscuit, take it back, either put it in your drawer or your desk or whatever, put it there and say, the next time I'm hungry, on the hunger scale, and I actually want something sweet to eat, then I will have that biscuit and I will really, really enjoy it. So you're not putting extra calories in. Remember that fuel nozzle going into the car. You're not putting extra calories in when you don't need it. You're only eating when you're physically hungry. You're not depriving yourself and you can eat whatever you like. Now, quite often or not, your body will tell you if it wants something sweet or savoury. So listen to your body and say, is it something sweet or savoury that I want? Is it something small or large? Is it a snack or a main meal that I want? What sort of thing? Get a picture in your head of what sort of thing that you want to eat. Then mentally sample it before you eat it. Go to eat it. Feel it going down, feel it in your stomach and think, will that satisfy me? Okay, and then project yourself forward into the future, an hour, and say, how do I feel now an hour after eating it? Because quite often how you feel straight after eating it and then an hour after eating it, how often have you said, oh, I wish I'd never eaten that? Yeah? So listen to your body first and mentally sample things and see what it is that you actually do want to eat or what you don't want to eat. Now this is the real key point this week, is listening to your body rather than your mind. I've got an empowering statement for you to do as well. So still keep using the hunger scale and then say to yourself as well, I can eat this if I really want to, because remember, there's no good or bad food. I'm not banning any food. You can eat whatever your body tells you it needs to eat. But do I really feel like it? And will I really, really enjoy it? If the answer is yes, then eat it. If the answer is no, say, right, okay, that's not what my body tells me I want to eat. Now what some people do is just take the first statement and say, I can eat it if I want to. Yes, but remember the second part, that's really key. Otherwise you will just be eating anything. You really need to tune into your body, and this will help you tune into what your body tells you it wants to eat. And you'll be surprised over the course of the day that it will eat all sorts of different things. And if you'd told me 5 years ago I'd be craving melon, I would have said you were mad. I absolutely love it when the strawberry season starts. That is my favourite fruit, and I could drool over fruit and strawberries like I used to do over chocolate. I know, strange, but just listen to your body. It's magical. It will tell you exactly what it wants. I'm going to leave you now with a little story. This is from a book called Mindless Eating by Brian Wanzik, and it's called I'm Not Hungry, but I'm going to eat this anyway. Over coffee, a new friend commented that he'd lost 30 pounds within the last year. When I asked him how, he explained he didn't stop eating potato crisps, pizza or ice cream. He ate anything he wanted to, but if he had a craving when he wasn't hungry, he'd say out loud, I'm not hungry, but I'm going to eat this anyway. Having to make that declaration out loud would often be enough to prevent him from mindlessly indulging. Other times he would take a nibble, but be more mindful of what he was doing. So this week, still keep on with the hunger scale and only eat when you're physically hungry. And this week, tune into what your body is telling you what it wants to eat. The best of luck.